Hi everybody, my name is Chelsea Robson, and you are watching Soundtrack Saturday as part of the Rotoscopers YouTube. I was really excited when I got this in the mail the other day, and I just opened it and I was like, ooh, it's like a little mini art book. This is because it's the 20th anniversary of The Lion King. They've been doing a lot of really cool things to be able to promote it again, and I'm so glad they have, because The Lion King is really one of my absolute favorite movies of all time, and the score to The Lion King is probably the best score of any movie, any Disney movie for sure, but any movie generally that I know of. I mean, it's one that I can listen to over and over and over, and I can picture the entire movie in my head as I'm driving around in my car. It's almost like I'm watching the movie with, without having to watch the movie. It's fantastic. This is the Legacy collection, which basically they've gone in and remastered a few things. I don't know if they've actually remastered it. But they've gone in and found other scores that may have been cut from the actual films, and they've put them in here. For example, it's really cool as you're going through, the very first thing you open up to is a foreword by Don Hahn. Don Hahn is awesome. And he goes through and he just tells a story about how this whole thing came about. And he says it started as an idea with Jeffrey Katzenberg as the head, and he was the one that just kind of pushed this forward as kind of, he really wanted it to be like a Bambi in Africa. And as the story went on, they were able to get more of a feel of how it was going to go. And they had Tim Rice, and then Elton John came in, and then they were just like, what are we going to do for the score? And that's when Chris Montan, the head of Disney Music, was just like, he went back to a movie that he'd seen called The Power of One, which had a score by Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer changed the movie entirely. It became cohesive. It became just the thunderbolt of awesome that it is today. Don also goes in and he tells a couple really cool stories about how, the main singer of like, I don't know the words, how he comes in and the guy was, parking cars in LA when he got this gig, and he had been working on a couple things with Hans Zimmer in the past, but I mean, this really changed his career entirely. And even the story of how the main singer, they were trying to go in and find out, who are we going to bring in? We could do Harry Belafonte, Janet Jackson, Seal to do the From the Day We Arrived on the Planet, that part. And really they came down to it that the original singer who had done the demo, or what she had thought had been the demo, was Cameron Twilley. And they thought that, there's not going to find anybody that would have that much life and love in emotion in this song as much as she did. And so they just kept her, which was really cool. Some really cool things. So it goes on, it tells a lot more about it in there. So definitely that is one to go in and read. So this is a 2-disc special. And the first disc is basically what you've heard before, and then but it had a couple other score numbers in there that I had never heard before. But there's a theme in there that kind of sounds like a crazy psycho circus. It was cool. I was like, man, I've never heard this before. So I was really excited as I was going through disc 1. And then disc 2, they also do the same thing, but it's like demos of Hans before they went and did the whole African choir, and made it all fantastically large. But disc 2 was really cool because you got to see the preliminary stages of all of these songs. And we also have a couple new songs in there. Morning Report, which most of us, if you've, fans of the movie, you'll have heard of at least. And then there's also a song called Warthog Rhapsody. There's a reason they cut it, but it was still fun to listen to. Nathan Lane is on there, and it's just, I love his voice, so that's really great. Anyway, all in all, I would say that if you are interested in reliving your memories with The Lion King, this is definitely a buy it. Check it out. I mean, just for the book itself, it's really cool. In comparison to, say, maybe like Frozen soundtrack, I do wish that they had Hans Zimmer in there. In Frozen, they had the composers come in and actually talk about these different songs, and some of the demos and outtakes and things like that. I wish they would have done a little bit of that same thing with disc 2. They do have written in the book, as far as like Hans Zimmer, what he's talking, like him explaining it, but I wish they would have had him on there. I think that would have added, but definitely this is something to get your hands on. if you just want to download the score and the CD because you don't have it, definitely check that out. We've got iTunes and the Amazon link below. But I would say buy the hard copy. This is something that you're going to want to have just on your shelf, and it's just fun to look through, as well as you get, apparently there's please insert CD into your computer to experience bonus content. Internet connection required. For whatever reason, it didn't work on my computer, so I can't tell you what it is. But it's probably just my computer. Don't default the CD for that. Anyways, check this out. If it's your deal, get it, because it was totally mine, and you're going to really enjoy just driving in your car, listening to it, and being like, ah, Lion King is awesome. Hey, thanks for watching, and a couple other things. If you click on this big button that says Rotoscopers above, you're going to be able to go to our website, and that's where you're going to find all the news and reviews of the animation world. You're also going to find a lot more friends in the community, and you know, it's really growing, and it's so exciting to see all the comments of different articles. And also, if you want to subscribe here to the YouTube, check that out right here. Also, if you want to check out our Frozen soundtrack review, you can check right here too. I hope you got to see my yodeling video, because that was really cool. It's going to be in this playlist as well. So enjoy your day. We'll see you